Good morning, noon, or night. My name is Jet, and welcome to my channel, JITV, Jet in the Valley. This is going to be my last video today because I'm losing the daylight. So I know it's a little dark, but this is going to be my first video on what I have called the More Monster. So, in the current status of the human condition, our mind and our body are in opposition to love. They're opposing love. Love is what we want. Love is our superpower. Love is what makes you strong and capable. It brings you joy, peace, kindness. It causes contentment, peace, self-control, all the things that we will, with our words, say that we value. So our mind and our body are in opposition to what we really want. That is the current human condition. So this More Monster, I thought that it was a personal problem, and I've discovered it's not a personal problem, it's a human nature, human condition problem. So, have you ever noticed, I think some people have a harder time with it than others, but, so if you're a partier, or whatnot, I don't know, this is just the best example I can give. When you start partying, or whatever, and you start drinking, you get drunk off 3 beers, and then 6 beers, and then it takes a bottle, and it takes shots, and then, that's not working anymore, and you get some Xannies, and you got to do all that and Xanny, and then you find some whatever. You get the point. So there's this thing that always wants more. Whatever you give this little monster, he wants more. He's gonna ask for more. And enough is never enough. That is a human nature problem at this point in time. Whether it be of partying, or it be of sex, or it be of food, or it be of it could be of just about everything, especially people who get in the they're just little cycles that start. So I took a note. So the other problem with the More Monster is that when you give it something, now it's going to just want more. And this is exactly what a slippery slope is. You start doing one thing, and the next thing you know, because of this little More Monster, our human nature and our condition always wants more, and enough is never enough. You start giving it more of what it wants, and then that's how you fall down the slope. This should be being explained to children. I don't know what the age appropriate would be, but this should be explained that this is how our minds and our bodies are operating at this given point in time. It would save a lot of pain and suffering and keep us out of all kinds of different traps if we knew this and it's a human problem. Then we could tell people about it, and then we could avoid those traps. Because once you fall down, some people, they don't get back up off that. They're down for good, and they're gone. All you have to do is talk to anybody in any neighborhood, and everybody knows someone who's overdosed. So it's a human problem. It's a human condition issue. We need to not make people, ostracize people, make them feel bad. We condemn them for having this. Not only do we condemn people for having this, and this is a problem, but there's traps that are set to catch you in it. Look at the commercials on TV. They are laying traps with intention to catch you, to catch your More Monster into the things for money, the minimum for monetary gain. And then when people fall into the traps, other people condemn them. And why did you do that? How could you do that? And, making them feel bad. No no one warned you about that trap. No one warned you. It's like, when you're a child, you think adults know everything. So they're going to teach you what you need to know. And then you find out most people don't know anything. Now we're in the so-called information age. Now you have to practice discernment. You have to practice discernment. And discernment is the ability to tell between what's true and what's false. There are true things and there are false things. And if you do not have discernment, okay, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between what's true and what's false. What's of love and what's not of love. What's good for you and what's not good for you. What's good for everybody, what's only good for you. If you do not have discernment. That was one of my first clues about the public schools being bad. I grew up in Lakewood, Ohio, right outside of Cleveland. And people always talked about our public schools, and we had a decent public school system. Well, I was in, these classes or whatever growing up, and I thought, when I learned about discernment, I thought, I feel like that's probably a pretty important thing, because it just changed my life understanding that, and it helped me solve a lot of problems. And nobody taught me what the word discernment meant in any of the 17 years. I mean, I graduated the 11 years I was in public school systems. Nobody taught me what the word discernment meant or taught me anything about that. So what the schools will say is they only want to pick and choose what part of the parenting they have taken over. So whenever there's something like that that comes up, they say, oh, well, your parents should have taught you that. But then when it's involving sex, they're going to teach you about that. When it's about drugs, they're going to give you a pamphlet on how to do every drug and use every drug and what they're called when you're 10 years old. So this war monster is a part of our human condition, and we should warn as many people about it that enough is never enough. And it's not just because someone is messed up. That is the human condition right now at this point. The answer is always going to be more love. Love is the only real practical solution for all these problems. People don't like it, and I understand. I understand crazy like. I understand that it hurts to acknowledge that and to deal with that and whatever, and it triggers all kinds of things to go off in you. It doesn't mean that it's not true. What we need to do is have more love and teach people how to do that. Teach people that the current state of your mind and your body is against against love. Okay, it's animalistic and in nature, and it doesn't naturally have your best interest in mind. And it has a war monster, and it if we don't train it, you will never have joy, peace, kindness, contentment, happiness, self-control, all the things that it takes to have a good life and to stay out of the traps. So who benefits from us not knowing all of these things, all of these rules that there are existing, and why we don't know about that? And there's all these traps that are set, and all this money is being made and generated off of people not knowing the things that I just said. You cannot be in love and in fear at the same time. That is proven. Okay? Why is that not being broadcast in every possible place that anybody could broadcast anything? Most of our problems are fear-based problems. They will call it anxiety and depression or worry. They'll call it this disorder, that disorder, or this personality or that personality. And who's making money off of all that? What systems are thriving because we don't know that our mind and our body are in opposition to our spirit, life force, soul energy. So If you want to rage against the machine, you figure out what the machine is, and then you can rage against it. So I'm gonna bang the love drum is my whole purpose of being here, because I know who I work for, and once you have enough love, the fear is gone. And so, come what may, but you know, that's what it is. And love is what makes you strong, and love is the superpower, and love is where we came from and where we're going back to. And so, much love and many thanks. Thank you.